Taylor Kinney takes leave of absence from Chicago fire to deal with a personal matter. Atlanta riots erupt downtown amid Cop City backlash. Hilaria Baldwin ripped for beyond offensive accent while talking to paparazzi. Long Island publisher recounts disturbing early meeting with pure evil George Santos. DOJ seizes more classified docs from Biden's Wilmington home after 12-hour FBI search.
This is breaking news.
I'm Erin Burnett in Washington.
Taylor Kinney takes leave of absence from Chicago fire to deal with a personal matter. Kinney has starred as Chicago firefighter Lieutenant Kelly Severide on the hit NBC show since its premiere in 2012. Taylor Kinney is stepping away from his hit NBC show Chicago Fire. The 41-year-old actor, who has starred on this show for over 10 years, is taking a leave of absence to deal with a personal matter, a source close to the production told Fox News Digital. Deadline reported that the cast and crew were notified of Kinney's departure on Friday. The series is currently airing its 11th season, and script rewrites may be needed to account for the actor's leave of absence. A representative for Chicago Fire declined to comment. Kinney's representative did not immediately respond to Fox News Digital's request for comment. Kinney has played Chicago firefighter Lieutenant Kelly Severide since the show debuted in October 2012. The Vampire Diaries alum has also made appearances in all the other installments of Wolf Entertainment's One Chicago franchise, including Chicago P.D., Chicago Med, and Chicago Justice. Though Kinney's character, formerly known for being a ladies' man, he married fellow firefighter Lieutenant Stella Kidd, Miranda Ray Mayo, in the season 10 finale last May. The series aired its season 11 winter premiere on January 4, but the show is on a planned hiatus until February 8. Last week, Kinney reflected on his first audition for Chicago Fire during an interview with NBC. "I was in the circuit of auditioning a lot, so I was decent at it," he said. "I remember never having any anxiety. I was excited about it, and then you kind of leave it up to the powers that be. It went well, and 10 years later I'm still here bugging you through your televisions while you fold laundry," the Pennsylvania native joked. Atlanta riots erupt downtown amid Cop City backlash. The fiery chaos comes after an activist, Manuel Esteban Páez Terán, 26, was killed by police. The incident comes after an activist, Manuel Esteban Páez Terán, 26, was killed by police after allegedly refusing demands by authorities on Wednesday and allegedly fired a gun at state troopers at the Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. An individual, without warning, shot a Georgia State Patrol trooper, Georgia Bureau of Investigation's Michael Register told reporters earlier this week. Other law enforcement personnel returned fire in self-defense and evacuated the trooper to a safe area. The individual who fired upon law enforcement and shot the trooper was killed in the exchange of gunfire. Terán was an activist working against the development of the city of Atlanta's Public Safety Training Center, and his fellow activists vowed to protest against the facility and police after his death. The protest began peacefully on Saturday before spiraling into chaos, according to Fox. While the state continues to respect peaceful protest, acts of violence against person or property will not be tolerated. Those committing such unlawful acts will be arrested and prosecuted fully, Governor Brian Kemp said Saturday. Photos show the activists allegedly lit an Atlanta PD vehicle on fire in addition to targeting the Atlanta Police Foundation building. Atlanta police officers have responded to a group damaging property at several locations along Peachtree Street, the Atlanta PD said in a statement Saturday, according to Fox 5. Several arrests have been made at this time and order has been restored to the downtown space. This is still an active and ongoing investigation, and we will not be able to provide specifics on arrests numbers or property damaged at this time. Activists had been camped out on an 85-acre planned facility known as Cop City in recent days to protest the planned training center. When Terán was shot and killed after authorities tried to remove the protesters from the plot of land on Wednesday, they vowed to continue their protests. A total of 7 people were arrested and charged with domestic terrorism on Wednesday. The Twitter account Scenes from the Atlanta Forest called for a night of rage to enact reciprocal violence to be done to the police and their allies, according to a post. Consider this a call for reciprocal violence to be done to the police and their allies. On Friday, January 20th, wherever you are invited to participate in a night of rage in order to honor the memory of our fallen comrade, the group wrote on Twitter, in an apparent violation of the platform's terms and conditions. Hilaria Baldwin ripped for beyond offensive accent while talking to paparazzi. Hilaria Baldwin once famously appeared to forget the word for cucumber during a TV appearance. Social media reactions ripped Hilaria Baldwin for continuing to use an offensive Spanish accent after she spoke with paparazzi this week. Twitter users immediately seized on fresh video to once more lambaste Baldwin for her accent, with one user writing, "It's beyond offensive at this point that she continues with this Spanish accent. Regardless of the chaos of her mind and this situation, you're not Spanish," the user wrote. The 37-year-old yoga/wellness expert faced widespread criticism in December 2020 when it came to light that she was born in Boston, and not Spain, as she had implied. Many also criticized her for allegedly faking a Spanish accent, a criticism that continues to follow her to this day. Following the initial scandal, Baldwin wrote on Instagram that her parents raised my brother and me with 2 cultures, American and Spanish, and I feel a true sense of belonging to both. She said she should have been more clear and apologized for the controversy, but she maintained she had a deep connection to 2 cultures. Baldwin courted further criticism this week when she spoke up in defense of her husband, actor Alec Baldwin, after the New Mexico courts announced a charge of involuntary manslaughter in the shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of Rust. Baldwin told the paparazzi to leave her family alone and let this play out. "I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say, you're not going to ask me questions," Baldwin told paparazzi Friday. "I want you guys to realize we have 7 kids, and you being here to escort them to school and to be there when they come home is not good. So on a human level, you know I'm not going to say anything to you. You know that," she continued, speaking with a Spanish accent. "So please, leave my family in peace, and let this all play out, okay?" Another user criticized Baldwin for her accent even as they expressed sympathy for the family. "I saw people feeling badly for her being stalked by paparazzi, and of course that's valid, but the AA chant my God," the user wrote, adding that others are completely correct in criticizing Baldwin. Another user who was stunned that she's still doing it even after it was revealed that she wasn't from Spain. Daily Blast Live co-host Tori Schulman mockingly asked, "How do you say, you're from Boston?" in reference to when Baldwin said she couldn't remember the word for cucumber during a cooking segment on the Today Show. One user, claiming to be Spanish, said that Baldwin had a pretty convincing Madrid accent, adding, "Not saying that it's 100% fake, just that, as a Spaniard, it would have 100% fooled me lol." But another user chimed in that Baldwin and actor Austin Butler, who recently won a Golden Globe for his portrayal of Elvis, need some kind of support group for people who can't turn off the fake voice. Baldwin, who goes by Hilaria but revealed her real name is Hillary, previously apologized for the scandal and tried to correct some of the misconceptions that she said people had picked up about her, saying that she spent time in Boston and Spain, but that her family now lives in Spain. "I moved to New York when I was 19 years old, and I have lived here ever since. For me, I feel like I have spent 10 years sharing that story over and over again," Baldwin told the New York Times. Representatives for Hilaria Baldwin did not respond to a Fox News Digital request for comment by time of publication.